Today on Judge King, Myrtle says that her 13-year-old daughter Tricia Stevens was a panicking bully.
So then we got to a fight outside. She proceeded to slam me on the floor. We were face to face and I busted my elbow.
Tricia admits that she broke Myrtle's elbow.
I was on the bus, he hit me in the face. I have no other choice but to beat him up. You know what I'm saying?
That is not funny. That is not funny. This is tragic.
Will she be laughing when she steps into the ring with Evander Evans in jogging fields?
Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Young lady.
Did it to save your life. Who will do the first blow? Hit it. That's gonna be a hack of the pack. You want me to come off this bench? I suggest you to get clear about the truth right now. Don't get me testifying in here today.
Myrtle Hatchett charged that her 13-year-old daughter Tricia Stevens is a out-of-control menacing bully who regularly shoves her around and once banged her on the ground outside, and then Myrtle viciously busted and broke her elbow. She says that her daughter fights viciously and broke a kid's jaw. Myrtle says that Tricia is totally out of control wild animal and wants Judge Valdez King to intervene her before Tricia even ends up in jail or die. Tricia admits that she wanted to be a tough love and good fight, but her mother starts the shoving matches for her to get forced to defend herself. Tricia says that she broke the boy's jaw but claims the boy got in his face and deserves to get punishment and a smack down.
Alrighty, good day, Mrs. Hatch. You are here in my courtroom with your daughter, who is Tricia Stephens and only 13 years old. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright, your mother says in her complaint that you're out of control. You're gambling in school, you're stealing from family members, and most importantly, you have been fighting with your mama.
Yes, sir.
Alright, you said that she pushes you all the time. What is this about you and your daughter wrestling? Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor, I asked her to clean her room and clean the dishes for one day. She told me she didn't want to and wouldn't doing it, so then we got to a fight outside. She proceeded to slam me on the floor. We were face to face and I busted my elbow on the ground.
Wait a minute. You asked her to clean her room, clean the dishes. She got an attitude problem, tells you that she's not going to do it. Is that the first problem?
Yes, sir.
Then she put her hands on you.
Yes, Your Honor, all the time.
All the time?
We going through this all the time. She says she doesn't care anymore. And that's nothing that we can do about it.
All right. Tricia, tell her what you said.
You know I ain't said nothing like that, Your Honor. Yes, you did. You did. You're lying. You did say that. Yes, you did.
Woo! Santa, I want to keep myself to come off this bench today. All right, Santa?
It won't be easy.
I'm going to make sure I won't be coming off this bench for the entire day.
Yes.
You know, I don't have any patience, right?
I know, but there's no excuses.
With a child who is abusive to her mom. You know I know, right?
I know.
So let's get to the backup. You said to me that you had an altercation with your daughter. At the point, she slammed you on the ground outside.
Right.
You busted your elbow on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Was it necessary for you to call the police?
At the time, I didn't call the police on October, but in November, I did call the police. At the point, I had enough. I couldn't take it anymore. In November, I thought for her the baby or something. She decided she wasn't going to no school the next day. She felt like she didn't want to be in school anymore. She felt like she would be able to stay home all day just because she had a baby. I said, that is not acceptable. You're in school. She said, whatever, homegirl. I ain't going to no darn school. She said, you are going to school or I will call the police and they will take you out of here. So she goes to get the iron and angrily broke in 2 pieces. I kid you not, I got out of bed. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. I asked her, why did you break the iron? It was leaking all over my clothes. Then I broke it. She pushed me. We were wrestling in the bed and outside. Then I called the police. She picked his boot and threw it at me. So that it hit me in the stomach. And then she put her clothes on and ran out of here before the police got there. So I have to get to the bus and stop before I miss the bus. So that the police went down the bus and brought back in handcuffs and
Stop.
me.
There is so much for me to do with. I want to get back to the first time you on the ground. How did this happen?
Man, Man, do I look like I pick her up, man? I am 109 pounds, and she was like 170.
The question is, did you hurt your mom when she said her elbow was hurt on the ground? It's not bleeding everywhere?
Nah, yes. Did you? She was trying to push me up like an animal. She pushed me on the floor first. I never threw a bullet at her. I didn't know. Why you lying? I'm not lying. Look, I know why you charged for domestic violence on the house arrest.
Wait a minute. You want me to believe your mother is making up these lies about you and you're a perfect child and haven't had an altercation with her?
I haven't threw a boot at her, man. I haven't do that.
So, have you hit your mom?
Nah, I pushed her.
You never hit your mom?
I pushed her before.
Have you been wrestling with your mom before?
I have before.
How many times?
About twice.
Only twice?
You lying. I know. You're lying. What about the time in the bathroom? I had to choke you all out of death. You told the police about that. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
When Judge King continue after this, Trisha think that she is a brick of a losing cool and a fight temperature.
I was on the bus. He hit me in the face. I have no other choice but to beat him up. You know what I'm saying?
That is not funny. That is not funny. This is tragic.
Later on, Trisha will get throughout serious enough with Evander Evans in jogging fields.
Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Young lady.
In continuing to the judgment, Myrtle Hatchett charged that her 13-year-old daughter Tricia Stevens was a violent bully that who regularly pushed her around and eventually stole his father's ATM card. Myrtle wants the court to help her before she ends up in jail or die.
So what you were doing with your father's ATM card?
I was taking money out of his bank because he been working me like I'm a slave and don't want to pay me. He gave it to my little brother.
So how much money did you set up in his ATM account?
It wasn't touched.
How much?
I don't know.
Myrtle, how much did she take out of his account?
$3 maybe, or better he to pay back because he been overjoyed.
So you're stealing from your own father. What makes you a thief? That's wrong. You don't even get it. Now you have the reputation for being a bully at your school. Do you threaten kids all the time?
I ain't no bully, Your Honor. Just cause I fight, I ain't no bully.
Do you cuss people at your school?
Yeah, the teachers.
The teachers?
I only cuss one teacher out.
Only one. That's one too many.
I know, I ain't thinking, man. I ain't.
What happened?
I got caught copying somebody's homework.
So you were copying someone's homework because you didn't do exactly what you're supposed to be doing with your work.
Exactly. She gave us too much. She gave us 10 packets to do the next day of 3 decades.
Wait, just a second. You know, the problem is, Trisha, from the time that you step into my courtroom, it's always someone else's fault. It's your mother's fault. Now it's the teacher's fault. So you were justified in cussing her out because she gave me too much homework.
I didn't. It was her fault. What do you mean?
The complaint says you busted a kid in the jaw. What happened in school?
It was on the bus. He hit me in the face. I have no other choice but to beat him up. You know what I'm saying?
That is not funny. That is not funny. This is tragic.
It's ridiculous.
This is tragic.
I'm serious though.
You beat him up down to the point darn near where you broke the kid's jaw.
I only hit him 3 times.
I don't care when you broke the kid's jaw. Do you threaten people all the time in the school? Yes or no?
No, I ain't threatening nobody.
Yes, how so?
She got suspended for like 17 days. She said one kid broke her house that she built. She threatened this kid in front of the class and the teacher that she was going to beat him up. Yeah, that's the one time I did do that. Look, man. Look, for real, we built houses, man. It took me 6 months to build a house. I told him not to touch my stuff. I told him the nice way, don't break my house. So he thought it was funny. He brought out a hammer. Handle her anymore. She needs help. She doesn't care. She says she doesn't care. I can't take it.
So, what is your dream in life, Trisha?
Want to be athletic or something.
What are your grades like?
That's a story. I did bad last quarter. I failed last quarter. She told me I don't have any mother or father. I'd rather live in a foster care.
Would rather live in a foster care.
She doesn't know what she was talking about.
That means she has no clue how blessed that she is. I'm sending you on a reality check. We're going to see about your attitude and if you care, will you get your life back? If it doesn't shake you up, I have someone else that will. Take him out of here, Santa.
When Judge King continues, don't miss that Evander Evans showing her with International was all about.
Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Yeah, lady.
"48 hours ago, Myrtle Hatchett charged that her 13-year-old daughter Tricia Stevens was a viciously bully who constantly got into fights and got suspended. Eventually worse than, Tricia directed her rage against her mother, and she wanted the court to help her turn her behavior around. Judge Valdez King was deemed and constant of Tricia's violent crime behavior and realized she needed a constructive way to deal with her aggression. So the judge arranged for Tricia to spend time a man who knows the pros and cons of being a fighter."
Alright, Miss Hatchett, we're back. Your daughter is 13 years old. She was fighting with you, stealing, breaking kids' jaw. She was out of control. So I seen her on a reality check. I didn't think that she was getting it, so I sent her to see jogging field. So let's take a look at what happened.
This is me, Evander Evans. I was retired New York correctional officer. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Yeah, lady, don't sit there. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Hot 2, 3, 4. Young lady, go to the office. I've been getting to with my mom. We won't always agree. That's a problem. I've been gambling sometime in school. I stole a gun. Some of my friends died. They did live to be like 20 years old because they didn't want to make a right decision. I used to type of life. I was not a kid to get in trouble. I got a lot in trouble. But a lot of people got in trouble, but they made a change. You have to make changes.
I want my grades up to go to college to work on my mom.
Your impact on Tricia is immense, okay? Go out there and work harder.
I am so grateful to Evander Evans.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's my homeboy, right? That was wonderful.
That's right.
We're proud of him in Atlanta, Georgia. What does this mean to you?
It meant a lot. He's seeing where he came from and where he got now. Now he changed what he had to do to get successful. I will try my best, work on my mom, and work in school.
You know, and that's all we require to give your life back, to give yourself the best shot. Let me tell you, I have something else. You're willing to do your best. Let me show you something else. Watch closely. Tricia, I have this pink t-shirt for you.
Most importantly, Judge can give me a good report. So, it don't get much better than that.
When we come back, Judge King will theme of his rooming. Judge King was about to theme of his rooming.
So what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry. I love you too.
I expect my word is your bond. This is what this is. You're giving your word. You are giving your best. She is your mother. She is be respected and honored. Are we clear with that? Anything further, we will stand in judgment.
When Judge King continues,